Hello, Aquarius. The month of October is going to be all about things being crystal clear. Everything needs to be shown in clarity. And when I'm saying clear, I'm talking about clear as the quartz crystal. Clear. So let's take a look at the sun, moon, and rising sign for Aquarius because something major is getting ready to explode if you are willing to take a look and see beyond what's going on. Now, we know Aquarians, I'm a fellow Aquarian, and we are excellent at reading people and highly intuitive. So we understand a lot more than people know. And it's because of the experiences that we've chosen on top of being the Aquarius that leads us into the age of Aquarius, where you are helping humanity on a high level. If you haven't seen what your soul purpose is, you're going to get glimpses of this with clarity. But it is up to you to really tap into the messages that are coming down. Now, for those of you who are new, I'm a psychic medium. I bring in the tarot. It's super fun to bring in the tarot, but they follow my messages. I am guided from my guides, Archangel Michael. My guide is Allie. That's what I call her. That's her nickname from me. And my father and other beings that are around to help the zodiac signs with specific things, scenarios that come through each month. And I hear it over here and I see it on this side. And what I'm seeing for you Aquarians is there is a big change, a possibility of it. Now, don't get me wrong, there's still plenty of Aquarians who are stuck. They are stuck in this feeling of fear, a feeling of, I'm even hearing the word failure, but this, and anger as well. But this new moon really holds so much significance. It's like what they're showing me is the new moon is going to shine down and it'll be crystal clear, see-through, a shimmering see-through where you're going to see beyond in a way you have not done before. Now, you may have had examples of that in the past, but one thing's for sure, this is just going to turn you around. You're going to start looking good. You're going to start feeling good, and your life is going to change. That doesn't mean these icky things aren't going to come. You've dealt with probably so much more than anybody could imagine. We know this. And we can go into way depth on all of the narcissistic, toxic, unhealthy relationships and how it tore you down and it broke you. But that's not where we're headed. This is the change. You are stepping into a position of leadership and power. And with that leadership and power is the knowledge. And that is how you are going to help humanity in any way that you choose to. So the real question is, what are you choosing to do? And are you already started in that field, in that area? It can be your career, it can be a project, it can be a hobby, starting a humanitarian project. It can be in any direction that you want. But there is that, you remember when you were little and you felt like you knew you were here to help? You knew, I'm supposed to help people. And you may have instantly thought you were supposed to be a teacher. Right? That's the first thing that comes to mind. We want to be a teacher because that's what we view as a child as the helper. And you may very well be. But as a leader, you are a teacher. So it's not wrong. You are absolutely correct. Now you have, excuse me, my throat. I'm traveling and I'm really dry. I'm in a hotel, if you can't tell. This King of Wands is a very powerful energy for you. This is actually you stepping into a beautiful place of power. All right. This is you being the charming individual that people listen to. You see, that would be your King of Wands. In my other deck, this is a different deck. This is about the empowerment. This is a change. And we're going to see a lot of changes as we go forward, including on my channel. So this is the person who sits in the chair, the King of Wands, and says, listen, and starts talking. And people say, wow, they really know what they're talking about. They really know how to be a leader. They are listening to me. And that is one thing they are saying. It is important to listen to the people that you are teaching because their questions are going to grow you as an individual and make you even better at what you're doing. So there's a really big twist coming in for the sign of Aquarius, and that twist is going to be crystal clear for each and every one of you. I have a hard time saying that, can you tell? It doesn't want to come out, it's stuck. So let's take a look at what's going on in your foundation. That would be your career, your hobbies, projects, your financial investments, and your health, whatever is going on in your foundation. Then we're going to check out your family and friends, romance, and I'll bring you that final guided message. So there's something really beautiful, like the tree of life. All right, that's what I'm seeing. The tree of life, where each branch represents the sections, the divided sections of your foundation, but yet they're not divided. They're blended, and they blend in the base, just like a tree with the branches. Some of you, if you did this, did you used to draw a tree when you were a little girl, a little boy? You used to draw the tree all the time. That's what is that beautiful memory we have of the tree. Okay, and this is the tree of life that you were drawing, and you probably didn't even know it. And you may have for some of you, but most likely as young as you were when you started drawing it, you didn't. Now you understand what that tree really means. So there's something really beautiful coming in with that tree of life. And the card that came out for you when it comes to this sector is the Ten of Wands. And that's not surprising. As an Aquarian, you chose this sign. You chose it, okay? Because you have to understand, like me, how do I help people? We break through traumatic situations and barriers that have been blocking people from success. That is what I do. That's the spiritual teacher, whatever, consultant, however you want to phrase it. It's not about tarot. That's the fun part of it. But in order to understand and have the compassion as an Aquarian, we hold back, right? We don't show, we have tons of emotion, but we don't show it. We have to go through all of these situations so we can identify with whoever we are helping in whatever way we're helping. So I hope that made sense to you. It was a little bit tongue-tied there because there is so much involved in the Ten of Wands. It's not just one thing. And we're talking about your foundation. You're exhausted. You've been through so much. You got your butt kicked. You probably rebuilt your life at least once, if not maybe 3 or 4 times. And when I say rebuilt your life, I mean starting from scratch almost, if not definitely from scratch, where you have to keep going further. And each time you lose a chunk of what meant so much to you, then you have to go through the grieving process and climb back up that ladder, where you are so good with knowledge and wisdom. You are very impactful, and people are really drawn to an Aquarian as far as getting ideas, creative ideas, understanding the analytics of what's going on in a business, in a background, in a family dynamic. Now, some of you don't work, and some of you don't want to work, and some of you do, all right? So we're touching on all different areas. So it's not one sector of individuals that have been through this. It's a lot, and it's a lot of things for a lot of people. This Ten of Wands means that you are getting ready to jump into this new moon energy when it comes to your foundation, creating a new location, where you're going to live, where you're going to go, what you're going to do to create money, what you're going to invest your money into, and if you're retired, what you're going to do with your energy and your time. It's all about investing. That's our foundation. We invest and we get back, and we invest and we get back, and we get, it's just a cycle, right? It's a cycle. But if we're doing it wrong, we can wind up with this Ten of Wands. And when I say wrong, I mean wrong for us. That isn't the direction I wanted to go, okay? I didn't want my daughter to steal my car, but she did it anyway, and it put me in a financial bind, okay? That wasn't the direction I was going to go. But boy, did it really, really impact me with this Ten of Wands. So all of these things happen for a reason, because of who you are today, and it is going to affect your foundation This new moon is a big one. It's a really big one, and you felt the energy in September and probably starting in August, if not even a little bit sooner. But there was an energy shift that was blowing through right around that time. Some of you may have felt it right back in April when we had that solar eclipse, all kinds of planetary shifts that have led us to go up and down, having the up and down energy. But what I'm seeing for your foundation is more flowing. So it's not extreme up and extreme down, it's flowing, just like a beautiful, peaceful river. So everything is going to be crystal clear, just like the waters in a river, where you're going to be able to, excuse me, see through things and understand on a higher level than you already do. So let's take a look a little bit more, because some of you, I feel you're changing your career direction, completely changing it. And it is going to be really exciting, but you have the burden of it now. That 10 of Wands is the burden of what you're doing. You're learning. Some of you are tweaking what you do. You had to find a different way, but you know that's what you're meant to do, but it may not have been fulfilling. You do something long enough, you need a change. So instead of changing the career, you decided to tweak it and change it into a different direction. And I'm hearing good job. That's what I'm hearing. That's what you were meant to do, and you already knew it. And there's another group of you that there's this sense of, I don't care. All right. And that may be some people who are stuck in anger. It may not even be you. It might be your partner or family member, your next door neighbor, or BF, your best friend. There's something hidden. It's like a weight on your shoulder, the 10 of Wands. It's like a weight on your shoulder, and it's really heavy. So it's not necessarily you. So if you're around somebody who's filled with anger, who has rage, you probably want to walk away, but not in a negative way, not in a, I don't want to be with you, or that old-fashioned thing we do where we just don't say anything. As an Aquarian, you're not going to do that. You're going to explain this, just, whatever. It doesn't work for me. It doesn't feel right. I need a break, whatever it is. You're going to know exactly the right wording where you're keeping that peace and harmony inside of you. Because going cold turkey, cold shoulder, like this, pushing back, that's not going to work. After this new moon, it's going to really turn things backwards. So open heart, but protected. Protect yourself, so your foundation is always safe. Now your family, I feel a lot of you, we've talked about this before. We know you guys have been through a lot. You've had your booty kicked all over the place, right? You have been through one experience after another. Again, that 10 of Wands is going to keep coming up, and we know it. The good thing is you know how to move past this better than anybody else. You can move right past this because of the wisdom that you carry, because you're like the Akashic record. It's on your hand. It's like you can read your hand. Oh, I'm supposed to do this on this day. You literally know how to move right past it, and it's not going to hold you back. Not going to make you angry. If somebody does something, you're like, blah, 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 and walk away and be done with it. I don't see this intensity. I don't see drama around this. I feel there's a real shift in that energy for a lot of you. So you may have come from a family dynamic that was extremely dramatic. I know I certainly did, and many of you did as well. I have a lot of Aquarian clients, and that is just changing. It just it doesn't matter. It doesn't mean you're not going to talk about it. You may be meant to talk about it. That may be part of your purpose, is to discuss it with people, to open their eyes so they can make their own choices. But we don't fix them, but we lead them to their own choice of whether or not they want to be fixed. You got the 8 of Cups. Look at that. You see, when it comes to family and friends, you have choices, all different choices. And what I'm seeing, and I saw this a few days ago, Aquarians, you have soul family connections coming through. You're going to meet new people. You may already know them, but this is going to become family. These people are going to become your best friends. It may be 2 people, it may be 6 people, it could be 60 people. But there is a group of people, there are people around Aquarius that are supportive, and they're okay with your eccentricities and quirkiness, as society calls it. But meaning they don't want you to change. They like you just the way you are. But what I'm seeing is in this dynamic, and it may be more of a friend than family, what I'm seeing is that not only are they accepting of you, you're accepting of them. So there's a blending, there's a harmonic balance coming in the family friend sector. And again, this so new people, which is going to be your soul family, the people that you hang out with, the people that really help complete you in your journey as we continue to move into the age of Aquarius, which is a really big deal. You chose to be here in this body. Your spirit chose to be here for a reason. So everything you've been through is for that reason. Some of you, it has to do with your romantic partner. So let's look at your romantic partner, because there's something going on there where temperance is here. It's time to really be tempered in everything we do. Be very balanced, be very calm, be very patient. So if you're finding yourself stressed out from your partner, it is time to go down to the river. We just went to the river the other day. Go down to the river, go to the water, go to the trees. I personally, although I love the water, I love I love the trees. I love pine. I love the scent of the fresh grass in the morning dew. I love it. I think it's the most uplifting. It's like, a beautiful incense, Palo Santo. That's part of it, right? I love that. So whatever it is that you love that makes you feel calm and centered, start indulging in that. If you can take your partner with you, then do that. If they'll go with you, you want to go to the ocean, you want to go to the mountains, even if they don't want to hike, maybe they want to go and have a picnic. So be more clear, crystal clear on, I want to spend time with you. And I'm seeing a lot of you, you're going to have a balance in this relationship. Now, there's another part of you. You do have the Eight of Cups, right? And that Eight of Cups is choices. And although when we're talking about family and friends, and your partner is part of that family and friends thing, these choices are also part of it. So some of them are positive, and some of them may not feel as positive to you as you once wanted. But the beautiful thing is I see a sense of fulfillment when it comes to relationship. Whether you are staying with your partner or leaving your partner, and you're going to know what to do. If you are in an unhealthy relationship, you are going to end that relationship. I feel that relationship will be ended by the end of the year, and only you know the timing on when to leave it. Be very cautious and aware of what you're doing, and use your intuition and your guides if you're leaving that situation to keep the peace. Now, for those of you who are single, I think this is going to come from out of the blue, where I'm seeing somebody like kind of just shows up. I don't mean like they're just all of a sudden this image is in your room. You probably have plenty of that going on. I mean, this person just kind of shows up while you're eating lunch, while you're walking down the street. It does look like you're walking down the street going to a cafeteria, a cafe, and I see you alone. So I feel you may be going down to get a little, maybe some coffee, maybe something special, but there are just feeling peace in an area filled with peace. The ground is very important that you walk on. This person is beautiful. And when I say beautiful, this is just like you would have never expected this person to show up. You're looking down, the Aquarius is looking down, and this person just walks right up and kind of does, hey, right in front of you, where they make it known that they want your attention for whatever reason. This could be paying a bill, who knows? Whatever it is, it's very, very beautiful. You have the Nine of Wands when it comes to being single. You're tired of dating the people that don't work. You're tired of dating, most likely. Tired of relationships that didn't work out well. But the beautiful thing is there's so much fire around this scene that I'm seeing that it is going to be undeniable for you as to say no. You're not going to want to say no. You're just going to feel very captivated by this person. Now I don't feel it you go out right away and it's instant bonding, which you wouldn't want to go too fast anyway. It's very flowy. It's perfect. And again, they like your quirkiness. They like your unique style. Um, we just do things different. We wear different things at home and we act different because it works for us. And that's what makes you so unique. And that's what makes you a great leader. And this new person is going to see that. Now, let me have this last message from our guides who are with us. My guide Allie is with us, Archangel Michael, and there's two other beautiful angelic beings that are with us today. You've walked too far to turn back now. Do not close your heart down, or you will feel yourself going backwards, almost like sliding down the hill where your feet lose traction and you climb a little and you lose traction. Keep your heart open, but put the layer of protection around you. We will guide you the rest of the way up the hill. When you reach the top of the hill, you will understand, if you don't already, your divine connection to Source means the divine is in you. You are the divine. You can climb any mountain you choose, but the choice is up to you, and you get to make that decision. When you make that decision of where you want to go, be crystal clear on what it is and then let us do the rest. Be open to changes because we may see something a little bit different that will benefit you where you get more rewards. It is your time to shine as you move into the month of October and through the month of January. Little changes will happen along the way, and we will guide you directly to the top of where you want to be. Do not look back. Do not fear falling. Do not hesitate growth. We are here for you. So I hope that message helps. Leave a comment. I love to hear what you have to say. Much love.